Thank you for that introduction, Mr. Brock. My memories from your class will always be some of my best at Estero High School. All right. Looking out at the love and support filling these seats right now, I couldn't be happier to see all the groups that came out to share in this event. Whether you're in this arena tonight as a family member, faculty member, friend, graduate, or only because you thought there was an actual FGCU basketball game going on tonight, welcome. And besides, of course, giving the graduates a chance to show off the only outfit we own today that will probably still fit into at our 20-year reunion, tonight marks our achievement, our completion of the youthful ritual of formal education. But we have a problem. Class of 2014, we have been lied to. It is a lie we have been telling ourselves for generations. And most of us don't even know it's a lie. Why do they tell us we need to go to school? They say, get up early, go to school, get good grades, go to college, and a good job awaits you. Is life really that simple? Are the things we've actually been doing all day really the stuff that we'll need for the rest of our lives from now on? Do any of us really expect to be wrapping up a job interview when the manager pulls out a Texas Instruments calculator and asks, you do know how to factor a binomial equation, don't you? Will our productivity on the job depend on our ability to spell words like hypervitaminosis without a dictionary, or know that the conquistador Hernan Cortez conquered the Aztec Empire in the year 1521? No, of course not. Life doesn't fit on a standardized test. Sure, employers will need to see a diploma on our resumes, even though the tests we studied for to get them will have little to do with what we're actually being employed for. You know, society could have sent every one of us wearing robes today right to training for medical practice, business degrees, or trade school. Instead, we looked through microscopes and we wrote about how Edgar Allan Poe stories made us feel. So then, if so much of the knowledge we are familiarized with in school is not a direct stepping stone to a salary and an office, why do we do it? I used to ask myself this question all the time. But as our senior year progresses, we start to reflect on the friends we've made and the experiences we've had. And maybe I've been looking at school all wrong, because it can't just be the information we memorized or our old quiz grades that truly represent the earning of these diplomas. Even if those answers don't really matter, the search does. The search for answers is a major part of life, of meaning. Those of us who are religious, we don't read the Bible or any other scripture because we think God is going to give us a multiple choice test on the stuff when we reach the pearly gates. Of course not. And yet, many people's whole outlook on life is tied to this shared knowledge, perhaps similar to matters of faith. We educate ourselves not so much for the informational content, but what's really important is to give meaning to the processes and to the people around us to make sense of what is often just a confusing world and feel as though we belong. Our schools are no longer designed to churn out tomorrow's factory workers, and our time together was so much more valuable than any job training program. Science class, history, language, culture classes, at the core of these are big ideas about where we come from, who we are, and where we're going. Sure, the big ideas get broken down into bite-sized worksheets, lectures, and essays, but no matter how boring for some and exciting for others, we spent high school finding these answers together because sharing knowledge does make life better. From my desk, I saw that when a problem or an obstacle was handed down to our classroom, our whole became greater than the sum of our parts. That even though we all received individual grades to get here tonight, We are schooled in groups because the challenges humanity faces must be met by a people not separated by ignorance, but unified by mutual understandings. Mutual understandings that develop in the halls of schools and buildings, just like Estero High School. Beyond just what our future jobs will be, the answers we chase in high school are really to prepare us for the struggle of just being human. And the powerful thing about a classroom is that when one person raises their hand with a question, everybody there gets an answer. Class of 2014. We sought our answers together, and tonight we are gathered together one last time. All of us were born to contribute something to this world, something more than just the dollars we will make. So no matter how you plan to find the rest of your answers, never stop searching. Thank you, and congratulations.